go ahead and play. I am joined by the lovely LingDashLing as the GM. I also have OnlyDavie up in the top left. Two friends from my work here in nearby. And I also have my good friend who has been a great friend of mine and a great role player, partnered streamer MrBoomBati as well. So can we get some myth love in chat hype while we go around and say hello. So I guess we'll start off. MrBoomBati, who are you and what do you do on the internet here?
I am MrBoomBati. I am a full-time streamer, and I spend a lot of time adminning a little RP server called MythRP, and yeah, generally beard wizarding things.
Awesome. Sounds good to me. So and Davey, who are you? What the hell are you doing here? You're muted. That's what you are.
You gotta push that button down, bro.
Yeah, no, that should be working now, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey!
If it's not been made clear by right now, I normally do pen and paper stuff. I'm a traditional gamer, lots of game store stuff. I've been working in game stores my entire life, and so, bring me on the internet, and we'll see how this goes.
Yep. See if it's a strong choice. Is it the wrong choice? We'll see. And last but not least is our GM, the wonderful LingDashLing. Ling, how are you?
I'm okay.
You're okay? Awesome.
Yeah.
It's all good. It's all good. Don't worry. Awesome. So we are in the middle of making characters, and we wanted to share that with all of you. So I'm going to, I guess, pump up some of this background space music, and then I'll make a playlist for you guys to listen to if you like. But yes, where were we?
I was getting Scion explained and setting stats. Oh, we get roll another 2d6 for another stat for us.
So for those of you who do not know the Traveller System, we already rolled the we've already rolled our abilities. It's 2d6. That's pretty much it. It's 2d6, and then just pick where they go. I'm going to roll 2 more d6, I guess. Wish me luck. 6. Balls. Is that a Scion thing?
So I was explaining to Boom that you have to have a 6+ in your psionics to be able to even start a career. So
thank God.
Be wary.
Awesome. This is which version is this, Ling? This is like the most current one, right? Mongoose.
Yeah, this is Mongoose's version of Traveller. It's the best interpretation of Mongoose. The original Mongoose. Like there's other ones like GURPS and stuff, but this one is actually my favorite.
Yeah, I've played this one before too. I really like Mongoose's interpretation. Awesome. So I guess I'm a 6, which makes me a horrible Scion. I need to.
You're right there.
Right. I just passed. I have a D in Scion.
It's okay, cool. Brother. I'm only a 7.
Oh, okay, sweet. So you only excel a little bit.
That's like what I want to hear is like a party member is like, good, we got the bare like bottom of the Scions.
Just made it.
Just made it.
So I don't know if anyone's told you guys, but let me know when you guys are ready to start your character creation.
Cool.
So it's not like traditional character creation where you just roll your stats, you just choose stuff, and you ask me questions. Like it's literally you are in game the whole time.
Oh, you're in game making the thing. Ooh, all right.
Making the thing.
Making the stuff. All right, let me get my character sheet up on the overlay so people can see what the hell I'm talking about.
I'm statted out, so I'm actually ready to go. Like I'm pretty sure I want everything where it is.
So literally, all we've supposed to have done is decide what our characteristics are.
Yep, what you were born.
Okay, that's good.
All right, let me know if there's consensus. You guys are all ready. We will start the game, and I will ask you a very simple question that I will help you with.
There's a thumbs up from me.
Yeah, I'll do it as well. I'll try to get my stats in here as well. Yeah. So, yeah, I'll explain the interactions later. So yeah, Go ahead.
All right. You guys live in the Third Imperium. It's the golden age of the Third Imperium. The Emperor is beloved, and also the Crown Princess as well. In this world, no traveler gets left behind, and all at the age of 18 must choose what they're going to be when they grow up. The first question I'm going to ask is where you come from. You come from the Mongoose Traveller System, which is basically our solar system right now. You have the choice of Terra, which is Earth, a space station that orbits Terra, Mars, or a moon and Venus, or the lunar colony.
I'll be a space station baby. One of the space stations going around Terra.
Sounds the
sounds
space
nice.
station baby.
Very tasteful.
And what about you, Myth and Boom?
So there was what was it? The moon, Terra.
Mars, and one of the moons of Venus.
Oh hell yeah, Mars. Boom, you Mars? Yeah.
Sounds good to me, bro.
Yeah.
So
nice.
the space station is probably the most cleanest, the most safest, and the most elite place to live in the Third Imperium.
We're space elves. Damn it.
They usually will get
Before I make my
everything
choice.
first. And you guys are very much allowed to ask me questions about the lore, because Mars is basically once started into a mining colony and is an industrial wasteland now.
Nerd. That's awesome.
And anybody living on Mars that is of nobility is just there for duty and not for pleasure.
Hello. When you want the duty and not the pleasure.
So,
Both.
so Davey, what's your education modifier?
If I'm reading this correct, hang on.
Tales of our endeavors proliferate.
Thank you so much, MrBoomBati, for that host.
Okay, yeah. Education modifier. Let me read my. Education modifier. I'm coming in at an 8, which should give me an exact 0 on education.
You get no background skills. You might as well have been meandering around the space station, just dilly-dallying. You weren't really into honing any skills, just being a kid, a normal kid.
I don't know where I want to put any of my stats.
So... holy shit.
Do you care about any of my other modifiers? They're really good. You should ask about those ones. Like that, an 8 in education was reasonable.
So guys, I'm having trouble with my connection, so excuse me for any delays I have.
Sure.
So Myth, being on Mars, it's a very industrial planet.
Yep.
Can you let everyone know what your social standing is?
My social standing is 11 because, well...
So what that means is that you are you come from a knighthood. Your family descends from knights.
Sweet. Davo swag. All right. So, and like this isn't like traditional like chivalric knight armor or like full-plated armor knights, right?
No, these are basically people who basically maesters, if we were talking about Game of Thrones. Or there's some people who are really into the traditional like knighthood.
Sweet.
Like mercs.
Awesome. All right.
So please let us know what your education modifier is, and that's how many background skills you get.
I'm gonna go with 8. Yeah, nailed it.
Well, so your modifier is 0 then. If 8 is your skill.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's like, what do you just break?
You have lived a very lofty life. You didn't have to do anything, and you chose not to do anything. If that's the story.
Intellect.
You privileged fuck.
What was that one? Sorry, that
Second
last
born
one?
bastard.
Second of his name. 8. 3.
And
Trying to check his head.
for Boom, what's your education modifier?
My education modifier is 2.
So, then I get to ask
what you
you a
figured
little bit. What?
Go on. Sorry for interrupting.
So this is Boom's chance to tell me what his childhood was like, what it was like running on the, around Mars. It's basically an industrial megacity that covers most of the planet.
Was this before or after I was taken? Pre? Huh?
Oh, right. So if you guys, you and Myth want to explain your history.
Yeah, so it seems as if Boom and I want to play, because we do. We want to play, we're going to play siblings. And I think my social standing is 11, and yours, what is your social standing?
7.
7. So our backgrounds differ, but we want to be siblings. So with this, we're thinking that Boom is probably going to be taken. Do we know by who or anything yet? I guess that's all Boom story.
Yeah, that's what happened. Again, the Scion. If you are shown to be a Scion and have psionic powers, you get taken away. And usually, most of the people in the Third Imperium who are Scions at this point in history are taken to institutes.
Ooh.
Would that be government institutes or private sector?
It depends your strength as a Scion.
7.
Pretty standard. You would have been taken to a typical institute off planet somewhere, or a private company on the planet. But let me know about your parents. How were your parents like? Were they very embarrassed? Because that will determine.
Yeah, they were.
Your parents.
As the firstborn of the family, I was not what they wanted. I guess due to the psionic abilities, I wasn't normal. I wasn't normal for their knightly ways. I mean, I think they probably called the government on me and got me shipped away. When I was let out of the attic and shown in public, too many air quotes. I think he would have been locked up. I would have been locked up a lot as a kid, as a freak, maybe to these, aristocratic, to my aristocratic parents, and maybe just had a lot of time with a computer and books and things. And
there was that time when they tried to take you to the Museum of Creation, and that thing happened.
Yeah, it was terrible. Well, I didn't mean to break it, but it was so shiny, and I just couldn't stop staring at it, and things happened. I couldn't control them.
Especially with your little brother there, barely comprehending where he was at the time.
No.
I'm only a child. I'm this many.
He wanted Martian dot candy ice cream, but we only had enough for lunch. We didn't have enough for the candy because the parents didn't send me with enough space credits. God.
It's Mom's fault.
It's Mom's fault. It's all our parents' fault.
Always blame your mother.
Yep.
So after the incident at the Museum of Creation, the authorities kind of secured the area, closed down the museum and the sector. It was written off as a terrorist attack by a couple of cyber hackers, but you came home to your father and mother not being able to look you in the eye.
Well, it was a priceless, piece of technology in the museum. So I mean, I could understand it was very shameful for them, but I couldn't help it.
The shame that you are feeling is not because of the gravity of breaking that certain artifact. They're looking at you strangely.
Like I'm a freak?
I mean, if that's what you think they're...
That's what it feels like. It feels like they look at me like I'm a freak.
I'm a loser.
But they're here my duty.
So what about little brother? How is little brother looking at big brother?
As when this has happened at the museum, or when this is, or just like as a, just as the relationship. How do I look at him?
Now that you're home and you saw him, he didn't even touch it and it broke.
Exploded.
I probably admire that. It's something like that. Like that's really cool. Like as probably a young, I don't like that.
Your parents are not happy that you.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, they're not happy. But I'm like, that was so cool. You did that with not even touching it. Like as a like, I'm thinking like we're young kids at this time, so my character is probably, what? And maybe I will try to aspire to be. Like, I'll probably always look up to my older brother in that regard.
Well, your older brother always did take care of you best he could.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And it showed, but also there was that one time you blew up the artifact at the Museum of Creation. Just by looking at it. But besides that, I mean, like, that was also an epic time in my life, so.
You have a choice. Your parents are on their holocomms talking to somebody, whispering very low. I mean, your little brother can hear it, but you are still in your room kind of just reflecting on what just happened. You have a choice to run now or wait to see what happens.
Me.
Boom.
I'm gonna... Do I have time to stop and talk to my little brother for like a passing moment?
You only have a brief moment, so make these words good.
I will come back. And I love you.
Where are you going?
I have to go away. And I run.
Okay, I'll be here.
You watch your brother dash as one of the windows dilate and he just books it out a window. Your parents storm into your room.
I didn't do that. Like referring to the window.
Where's your brother?
He's coming back.
Where did he go?
Pointing to the window.
Your father takes a knee and he holds your face and he says, "Do you know what your brother is?"
Awesome.
He shakes his head, very disappointed by your answer. This is very, very disappointed look.
What?
Your mother just begins to... Your mother, who had a calm countenance when she came in, just burst into tears, holding her face, drowning herself in her own tears, as your father says, "He's a scion, my son. He's a freak of nature."
No, he's not. He's not a freak. What makes him a freak?
Do you know what they do to scions, my son?
What's a scion?
They are people with horrible powers.
Like what happened at the museum?
Yes!
Oh.
Come on, boy! Get it together. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Now I do. Yeah, you don't need to yell.
I swear, he looks out the window, when I find your brother, I will kill him myself.
Whoa. Okay, and I like go and like look over out the broken window.
Scene pans out and fades to black.
Cool.
For Boom, what did you do in your time before you turned 18? what were you doing out in the streets of Mars, those dangerous streets of Mars? Think Hong Kong, cyber Hong Kong.
Oh, Cyber Hong Kong?
Hell yeah.
Are you for work or living or what?
Just what you decided to do. Like, what did you concentrate in? Like, what did you kind of involve yourself in? And you will get 2 background skills based on this.
I mean, I probably would have done something to make money and have shelter and food. Unless we're in some kind of fantastic Star Trek society where I can just go to Replicate and go boop, and a cup of noodles, boop, cup of noodles.
It's exactly like that. Only they say tablets.
Oh, okay. So I don't. So like work is not an issue. Just living is an issue.
Living is an issue. You can work is mostly given to the droids on Mars.
Oh, okay. So I probably would have gone to my friend Ben's and because he's kind of a rebel and he was really good with like tech and droids, and I would have probably helped him out and kind of like just done things he needed help with to help him out, and he would kind of shelter me because he was a bit of an anarchist, not like full-blown terrorist, but like he rebelled against the man a bit, kind of like a Mars punk, but he's really good at tech and robots, so he can get away with that.
I like it, I like it, I like it.
We just got a donation from Ratch saying, I like it, I like it, I like it. Thank you so much, Ratch. How you doing, buddy? You can go ahead and give someone an automatic... No, you can give someone advantage with that $1. Thanks, buddy.
Nice.
Save that. You'll need it.
But yeah, so maybe like I said, work with bands and free time, maybe just study about what I could find out about my abilities and things.
And how old were you when you ran off to Ben and decided, I'm just gonna go live on the streets with Ben?
Boom, you have advantage.
Is that a roll, or do I get a
Nah,
character?
you have advantage next roll, or whenever you like. You have advantage you can use, which is 3 dice. Take the 2 highest.
Like an extra die?
I'll explain it.
Okay,
yeah,
that's fine.
Whenever you want to use it.
Okay.
In character creation, actually, what we can do
Probably
is
don't
that
need to.
I can make a decision, and you could subvert my decision.
Nice. I like that. I don't know, probably like 11, 12, 13, somewhere around there.
Okay, yeah, no, this, I don't, you probably
Would have been somewhere around puberty, and then, like, shit would have happened. I mean, it makes sense to me that,
Yeah, like 13 years old makes sense. Your brother
13, 14.
looking up to his older brother. What could have happened is that Ben probably didn't go to school. You probably just met him just meandering around Mars.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, you live in the main sector because you come from Knights. But he would have asked you, what the fuck are you doing here?
Just my parents are just, they're really mean. I don't know what they're gonna do. I broke something kind of important, and I just, I need. I don't want to get sent away to the government, to the man.
He laughs. It echoes through the streets. People are staring as they pass by.
You don't have to laugh at me like that. It's not very nice.
Listen.
Kind of rude.
Listen, man. Okay? Let me level with you. Parents are assholes, and, they'll forget. Go back home. You live a pretty cushy life. You actually have a unit. I'm living in a fucking box, man. He waves a curtain. There's like a literal blanket blocking me from the street. And you want to live with me?
I mean, I don't know, maybe you just, show me, teach me how to live out here.
Listen, what's your name again?
Alexander.
Listen, Alex. This is just a squabble between your parents, just threatening, I'm gonna call the government on you if you don't behave or eat whatever the fuck that you guys eat in those units.
Can we go somewhere a little bit quieter?
And he pushes the back of his box, and you see that it goes into a building.
I'll follow him.
You are in these strange tunnels. Pipes above you are clanking. The fact that they still use pipes down here in this part of Mars astounds you. You follow him, he crawls, and he leads you into a small an antechamber where there's a bunch of kids. You guys turn into a small closet-like room. He dilates the door. You guys are standing nose to nose.
It did something really bad, and I can't go back.
What'd you do? Not eat your food? Skip school? Get a D?
It was really bad. Okay, I don't know what they're gonna do, but you just trust me. It was terrible.
Come on, just tell me. Like, I promise I won't laugh again. I promise. He holds his mouth.
The museum over in the Museum of Creation.
Yeah, that dumbass museum where they have all those things, like, whatever.
You hear about anything happening over there?
Yeah, I heard a pipe burst or some shit.
I guess I'm a pipe now.
What?
I don't know what happened, but I broke one of the artifacts.
So? Just get your parents to pay for a new one.
I didn't touch it.
He looks at you for a moment, and he's very confused. His eyes narrow. Mind you, you guys are pretty close to each other. Your chests are only 2 inches away from each other. But he looks at you, and then his eyes slowly widen. He says, "The fuck!" And he slams his back onto the wall behind him. And he starts scrambling for the button. And he goes, "What the fuck?"
I guess I can't back up any further.
No, he's scrambling for the switch that is on your side.
I'm just gonna sit there and wait for him to calm down.
He begins to scream. He shakes you. He starts like trying to hit you and like, "Let me the fuck out, you freak!" Until finally, as you are blocking the switch to dilate the doors open, he takes a deep breath and he says, holy shit, don't blow my head up, okay? Holy shit."
I told you it was terrible. I can't go home. I don't want to be sent away.
Fuck, man, what am I supposed to do?
I mean, help me.
Fine, man. All right. Oh, man, no, I can't. Why should I freaking help you? I'm leaving. Move out of the fucking way. You have a choice to use your advantage now and control the scene for one action, or you can let him fucking push you and have him run away.
No, I'm gonna hold on to him. Gonna block.
You start to block. I was like, "Let go of me, man. I don't want to die." Dude, I heard what they do to those fucking kids, and I heard what those kids can do to fucking people.
I don't want to hurt you. I don't want to try to hurt you. I need help. Okay? And if you don't want to help me, that's fine. But like, I have no one.
Oh, man. All right. Let me think about it, okay? Okay, I can't crouch down. Okay, all right. He backs up into the wall and he says, "All right, I'll help you, okay? Just fucking hide your shit, okay? Don't show anyone. Just promise not to blow up my head."
I promise.
So, Ben takes you under his wing. just because he doesn't want you to blow up his head. You learn a skill called Streetwise, and it's at 0. And you also learn Mechanic at 0. So concerning the skills, when we start actually playing, any skill that you don't have a 0 or more in, you have to give yourself a -1 to your roll. So you want at least a 0 on certain skills.
Okay, so I gain Streetwise.
Yeah, you get a 0 in Streetwise and a 0 in Mechanic.
Everything's already set to 0, so I don't know what I'm supposed to change on my character sheet.
I think it's in Traveller, for those of you who are paying attention at home, Traveller is -3 if it's untrained. So I think
I'm just saying on the character sheet, everything's already set to skill level 0, so...
skills.
Yeah.
Yeah. Miscellaneous modifier. Oh, trained, untrained. So if it's untrained, you would...
Oh, got it.
Untrained. I guess you would tick if it's untrained. Let's take a look. I'm gonna untrain.
Oh,
gambler.
you tick all of them. You tick all of them if you're untrained, and you gain the ones you uncheck mark them if you're trained in them. Because then it goes from -4 to -1. So okay.
Awesome.
Cool beans.
So, if I'm getting this correct for Davey, your name is Richard Ryder.
You're muted. Button?
There you go, David. Push the button.
All right. We'll move ahead.
What's your name, Myth?
My name is... I'm still trying to think of our last name. Boom, do you know of a last name?
I'm willing to roll with whatever you plot down.
How about Howell?
That works.
All right. Rafferty Howell.
Thank you. I'm going to write that down now. Rafferty.
I'll put it up here. Put it in my thing. Raff.
So, as we continue on, I would just like, before now that you guys are all turning 18, for Raph, so after your father had said that to you, how has it affected your life? Because you're still of good social standings by the time you're 18.
Yeah. So I've got a good social standing. Probably for a good year or two, I was expecting my brother to come back. And then I started to realize that I started to understand that he wasn't gonna come back. He's probably dead. If he did come back, would it be the same? I don't know. But I'd probably spent most of my life trying to look for where my brother had gone, who he was in touch with, and where he actually went. So with keeping the social status, I probably started talking my way into everyone's, I guess, started talking my way into the good graces of others, using my family status. I probably got into fights sometimes as well when my parents and when people besides my parents called my brother Alexander a freak. But besides that, very, very quick-witted child throughout school, and then social standing, social life was still probably about the same. Thinking like a smart ass, quick thinker, but still has that weak spot of holds himself very confident, but when it comes to his brother and where his brother is, that's probably one of the weakest parts of who he is, because he had this friend, and then one day that friend left him, imaginary friend, but then the friend was gone.
Was he imaginary?
Who knows? Not in the metaphor. Maybe it wasn't it was like that kind of thing where it wasn't. I never grew out of it, this imaginary friend. Like, I had this friend, and then it was thrown away. I wasn't allowed to believe that Alexander left.
Got it.
So,
But
like,
what about that one incident at school?
which one?
The one where Donovan was pushing you around, and when he went up to his locker,
Yes,
the locker slammed into his face.
When I opened the locker?
When you looked at the locker.
Oh. It's probably. Oh, we've got a hot mic. Who's that? Is that
Hot
you?
mic, Davey.
Should be fixed now, right?
Yep, it is.
Cool, I have audio again. Continue, and I'll
Yeah.
join when I'm ready now.
Awesome. The locker slams open, hitting Donovan in the face, and I probably look around and, like, kind of can't help but grin because I expect that Alexander's nearby. The last time I've seen something like this was when Alexander did it.
But what about that time when Colby was drinking at the fountain and he pushed you out of the way to drink at the fountain and it splashed all over his face?
Probably the same sort of thing where I, like, start to smile and I was like, my brother's nearby. This is awesome. And, like, he's got my back. And then I start to, maybe throughout the years, I start to question, because these events keep happening. But yeah, I think because we haven't gone into terms yet. So yeah, I think, my character still thinks that Alexander's nearby, because Alexander's the freak, not me.
There was that time when Mei Yoon, she was kind of looking at you and you heard her voice in your own head. When you heard it, like, oh my god, why is Raph looking at me? Why is Raph looking at me? Oh my god, he's looking at me. Holy shit. Oh my god. Her mouth was not moving.
That's probably when, like, I go to smile, like, hey, it's happening again. He's here, and I look around, and then I start to realize, and then maybe from this point, when, what was her name? Mei Yoon. When I started to read Mei Yoon's thoughts, is when I start to question my powers, and started like, if my brother did it, why can't I? And then that's probably when I'm like, I need to find my brother. He's probably out there.
Awesome. Now for Richard, just a lazy kid up in space. Hasn't seen the sun most of his life.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
We're good?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay.
Before we get started. Yeah.
I wanted to make sure before we get this going. All right, go.
Exactly.
So
Thank you so much, Shindigs. Thank you so much for the follow, my friend. Welcome. Enjoy those bow ties and chat, and welcome to the Myth Minions, my friend.
So Richard Ryder, you have never seen the sun. Maybe you've seen videos of the sun. Maybe you've seen the sun going over Terra and then descending once more. But it's not really that special. Just a light in the sky somewhere. Surrounding you throughout your whole life was just curtains of stars. What did you do briefly? Like, I mean, you weren't really, nobility. You knew you weren't nobility. The metal walls was your world.
So I didn't have it wasn't an unpopular kid or a popular kid, anything that I did. I had my own group of friends. I kind of, in turn, was a little bit of the average. I was on the space station, which was sweet, but it was probably because my dad had some mediocre job that was a required thing on the ship. So, like, it not like a janitor, but because he's dealing with a service that the ship requires, that's why I'm on it, not because we can pay to be on this nice space station.
Your father actually checks the locks on every unit.
An important job, but he also checks locks for a living. So yeah, I don't know. I for a average childhood, I played with friends on the space station, and I dreamed of bigger things because my namesake and what my father gave me was this ancient, and I guess I don't know because these things are on everything's moving pictures now, but it was pictures that didn't move. It was on a screen, but you could touch it, and the screen didn't respond to anything, and you could turn them. I don't know what they were, but stuff was like drawn on them, and on the front, it said Nova, Annihilation Issue 6, and my dad said it was his prized possession. And it was about this like hero, and he had a spacesuit. And man, he's the coolest thing. And his name was Rich Rider. And I think my dad named me after him. It's pretty sweet. And that's like, he's average and he's more, and I'm going to be, I can be him. But I have, it's Nova Issue 6, Annihilation 6. That's all I got. And it's what I do, and my friends think I'm weird because they don't know what this thing is. I try not to touch it too much. It's really frail and probably going to like fall apart any day now.
So, you look out into space, imagining what it would be like to actually be Rich Rider. The prospects are great, but you see your dad put on his overalls, his vac suit. He has his case, and he says, "Have a good day, son."
Bye, Dad. Have a great time at work.
So, now it comes time. Each of you are turning 18, and the Imperium leaves no child behind. Unless you're a no-good, filthy drifter.
Yeah, take that, drifters.
So, upon you finishing school, which is mandated by law and punishable, not by death, but things that are close to death. Now it's time to decide, will you go to university, military academy, or will you just go straight into working?
To clarify, I believe Navy would be part of the military.
Who?
Navy.
The Navy would be part of the military?
Yes, but you'd have to go to military academy.
That's where I'm going. I'm gonna fly among the stars just like Rich.
Let's hope your dreams come true. So for Myth and Boom, you're turning 18 now, separately. What do you guys decide to do for the Imperium? Do you decide to go to university, military academy, or just go straight into working, earn some credits?
I'll go to university.
Interesting. Because I am going to drift to find my brother. Because he's somewhere out there.
Unfortunately, the Imperium comes to your school and interviews you. When you tell them you want to drift, they laugh hysterically.
Whoops. Well, I would say I'll probably find a place out in the stars. What are the choices again? I got excited.
The choices are, you either go to university, which will be given to you based on your academic qualifications, military academy, where you can choose a branch of the military to join, or you can go straight into working, which is admirable enough.
I want to learn to fly. I think I'm going to join the Navy because I think that's the closest thing to the stars. And maybe that's where...
Just following my coattails and be like, piece of shit.
I'm thinking that's also where we can meet.
Yeah, you guys will be 18. Boom has a further, a bigger timeline. So, how Traveller character creation works, you will cycle. In this cycle, it will be worth 4 years. You can muster out whenever you want. You can muster out at 85 if you choose to do so. But I do not recommend mustering over the age of 40 because you will take you will take bum legs. all that stuff. Also, be wary, be careful of yourselves, because you can lose limbs, and you are required by the government to be a complete human being. So you will be installed things, and you will have debt from the government.
Sweet.
So be careful.
Love it.
Adam Jensen, here I come.
We're going to start with Boom, Alexander Hallow. As he is older than the rest of you, you are given the entrance exam for a university on Mars. It is the standard university. There is equal education for the Imperium, and hopefully you'll get in. Can you roll for me
Yes.
an education roll of 7+?
So how does it work? As far as it's just 2d6
It's a 2d6
plus my modifier?
plus your modifier.
Okay.
You get in pretty easily. Flying colors, you get a perfect score. They wonder how a street urchin could ever do such a thing. Mind you, Ben skips out on the test and decides to run away, and there is now a warrant out for his arrest to take the exam.
I told Ben not to run.
Loser.
He never listened, though.
They ask you, what would you like to become trained in? You could be an admin, an advocate, get animal or veterinarian training, art, astrogation, electronics, engineering, language, medic, navigation, profession, and science. It's page 14.
It's 1 second, sorry. Because the pages are different, so it's
under the title pre-career education.
pre-career education. Sorry.
No, it's cool.
Yeah, these pages do not. Yours and mine don't sync together.
Oh, so they're not aligning? Okay, so it should be. Let me find it in my
So-
actual PDF.
Take this time to do some plugs. Guys, this is our first game of Mongoose Traveller. This is Session 1, Perseus Void. We have GM LingDashLing. I'm joined by OnlyDavie, as well as MrBoomBati. We'll be playing this probably every Friday, around this time, 8 to 11 p.m. EST. If it's your first time here, I am a roleplay streamer. I stream roleplay through various different video games, but tonight we're going to do a bit of tabletop. So yeah.
Let me just look up in the bottom. What's it called? What's the page listed as?
Pre-career education and university.
University pre-career.
Yeah.
Just gonna look it up in the back of the book.
There's no index. It's only a
There is
table
an
of
index in
contents.
mine.
Nice.
Damn it. While you're choosing your major, for Richard, you head straight for the offices where the recruiters are.
Yeah. So, is this a building I walk into or a room on the space station?
It's in one of the conference halls. You see various officers mingling with the other students. When you finally get up to one of the recruiters, which one do you go up to? An Army, Marines, or Navy?
Give a big salute, probably like some asshole, and I'm like, ready to sign up, Cadet Rider.
This is for the Navy, right? Just to be correct.
Yes, I'm here for the Navy. I could be in front of the Marines or Army. Hopefully they'll redirect me. That's up to you.
Son, stand down.
At attention.
Good. God, this is what they got on these space stations these days. All right. Here, go to one of those consoles, take the test, and we'll see if you are Navy material.
Great. I'll walk on over to it.
You must take an exam that will get that equals an intelligence roll of 9+.
Yeah. 1 second. All right, rolling d6, 2d6. Oh God.
The test stops you before you can get to the second section.
Well, I think something's wrong with my data pad here. The screen is not letting me keep going.
Son, you are not Navy material. Please step away from the console and see your counselor.
There's got to be a mistake. I've studied for this for weeks, for months.
Did not stutter, son. Go to your counselor.
I'll right over this way. Just yeah. Okay.
You are shuffled over to the career counselor.
Hi, they told me to come over to you because my test pad is malfunctioning.
Oh, it's not a malfunction, sweetie. Sit down. Let me explain to you what just happened.
Also, I could explain what just happened.
Shh. Sit down, sweetie. Sit down. It happens to the best of us.
I swear, there's got to be a malfunction.
All right, sweetie. I'm gonna ask you a few questions, okay? All right. And we'll pause here for Mythematics.
All right.
Navy recruiter, which is basically the same thing, but it is a woman, a very small woman. She looks like Volani. So as you guys know, the Volani are the upper crust of humanity. She is part of the Space Navy, and as you come up to her, she only looks at you, her arms behind her back, and she just stares.
Okay.
Can I help you?
Yeah, I was just looking for, where do I sign? What do I...
Sign up for what, son?
I mean, where do I put this? Holding up, like, the test. Am I supposed to take this?
Son, that's, the application. Are you interested in joining the Navy?
Oh, yeah, the application, here. Doesn't care.
She rolls her eyes. I'm checking your character sheet to see how strong you look.
No.
She looks at you and she goes, well, maybe you'll make a better pilot. She sizes you up. Over to the console.
Fine. And I go over to the console.
You go over to the console, and in the Navy, you must pass an intelligence check of 9+, 2d6 plus your intelligence modifier.
Intelligence, right? Plus my intelligence modifier, which is 0. Coming at you with a 13. What?
You breeze by this test. You don't even know what you're doing. A lot of common sense rolls. Common sense question.
How did I get an... Oh, because I had the mod's way wrong. Hold on. All right, I plugged this in wrong. Let me try that again. Mod is 0.
No, you did 2d6.
No, I put in the score.
You get 11.
So there, I got a 7, actually, is my real roll. And thank you so much to Zach East. Thank you so much for the follow, my friend. Welcome. Enjoy those bow ties in chat. And welcome to the Mythominions. All right, so let me fix that. Let me fix those mods.
So, you take it, and it's clear you do not give a shit.
Yeah.
It's clear she kind of says, head over to your counselor, son. You weren't made for the Navy. Get up from the console, son.
Yeah, sorry. Are you sure? I mean, I could retake it. I could
Get
try
up.
it again. Okay, all right.
Your counselor is in the second room.
Right. Okay. Sorry.
You walk into a counter and you see a pudgy man, and he goes, "Well, hello there. I see you have not you have not been able to get into university. Please have a seat. Let's talk about your options if you have options. Well, let's see what we can do. You are a knight after all, from a knighthood. We can try to finagle you. Let me see your paperwork." So
yeah.
we're gonna pause for Myth to roll back to Boom. Who have you picked your major yet?
Yeah, I'm still trying to find.
So you're looking for the
University
university stuffs?
Ling, did you get my email?
I'll check it now. Everyone, elevator music.
No, horrendously important to my character. You're gonna laugh when you get this email. It's a great photo.
Elevator music. So what we are doing now, if you guys have never played Mongoose Traveller, we're actually doing like the session 0, I guess this kind of is. This is where we're building our characters through role-playing, all together at once, try to figure out who we meet, as well as how we all become, I guess, a party. So that is what we're doing now. Hopefully it is as entertaining
Yeah,
as
I'm
I
not able
thought.
to find this link.
So you're looking for the university?
It's deep in the beginning. It's like in the beginning. It's the first couple pages. It's right after the example of a character sheet.
I don't know.
What is it you're looking for? I'm looking at university. Are you picking something?
Yeah, I got to pick something.
Yeah, it's under skills, and then he gets to choose one level to make a 0, and one skill to make a 0, and one skill to make a 1.
Out of any skill?
Out of the skills listed.
Which is
On the character sheet.
Yeah, it is the admin, advocate, animals, training or veterinary, art, any, astrogation, electronics, engineer, language, any, medic, navigation, profession, any, and science, any. Any of those ring out to you?
A couple of them.
All right, so you have one to put at trained, and the other one to put a +1 in. I'll go through them again. So I guess start ranking them one, which one you like more. Admin, advocate.
I mean, I was hoping that there would be like a, because I don't know what admin does, so I'm kind of wondering what some of these are.
Yeah.
So I was hoping there would be some.
Let's take a look at what these are. Do I have a skill thing
It's
here?
page 62, Insider Books.
Sweet. Insider cool books. Which you guys can gain as well. This book is actually up for grabs. I'm actually setting up the giveaway right now, so if you hang on a couple seconds, we will. I'll start that. We'll probably give it away on Halloween, so we'll give us a good month and a half or so before.
Yeah.
Where the hell? All right. So admin, the admin skill. This skill covers bureaucracies and administration of all sorts, including the navigation of bureaucratic obstacles or disasters. It also covers tracking inventories, ship manifests, and other records.
Okay, so not that.
Accounting.
Yeah.
Advocate would be.
Advocate is gives the knowledge of common or legal codes and practices, especially interstellar law. It also gives the traveler experience in oratory, debate, and public speaking, making it excellent skill for lawyers and politicians.
Law.
Yep.
Okay. What was their animal? But yeah.
Sir Pandalord, what's up? Rory, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, that's Rory. Rory's in chat. So.
Cool, Rory's here.
Yep. Now we can have a whole strategist here. And then, what else are the other ones?
Not animal. What else
Animal
was there?
training and veterinary. There's art, any, astrogation, electronics, engineer, language, medic, navigation, profession, any, science, any.
I don't know, honestly.
Sir, would you like us to approximate you a major?
Sure.
All right, we're gonna go look over your papers a little bit. Let's see what you are more Adept 2.
As they pull up your character sheet.
Yeah, I'm going to be looking at your stats to see what you qualify as. You do have a background in streetwise and mechanics, so you could be forced into something based on that.
If you have mechanics, you could do engineer.
Yeah, that could be fun.
That could be cool. Did you also increase your education by 1?
If you want some more time to look, we might be able to stall because of the email I sent you, Ling, and all of the info in that.
Do I get to bring my
you play with that
education up to 13?
Yeah, what was that? You raised your education. You raised your education by 1, as well.
Yep. She says that we would love to see you in animal training. You have the endurance. You have the intellect. We could see you wrangling off planet, maybe outside the Mongoose system.
Even kind of seems like kind of a burly task, no?
Well, I mean, what you make up for lack of strength, you have the endurance. You don't need to be, muscular or athletic. You just need to be smart and be able to endure, the wrath of these things. I mean, maybe a raptor, lizard, sanctuary, maybe, or maybe.
I worked on machines a bit. Maybe I'll just train in fixing engineering.
Are you sure?
I love it.
No.
Come on, being an animal trainer, like there's plenty of institutes. You could, study this and take a minor in medic or language. It seems perfect according to your transcript.
Sure. It sounds fine.
You are now.
Annoying. I love it.
You are now. You have a 1 in animals training, and you now have a 0 in medic.
Nice.
You're a vet. Congrats.
Not a vet, an animal trainer.
The vet.
And those both become trained skills?
Yes, so they're both trained skills. Again, animal training is at a 1, and medic is at a 0, unless you want to take a language. She recommends Aslan.
Yep, sure. Yep, let's go for it.
So
now the skills and the animals are trained.
Aslan is that's the lion people, right?
Yes.
Yeah. This
cool.
is the sentient felines. Khajiit.
Fine. So, Alexander, since you're the only one who actually got into university, your 4 years have been quite eventful. You get to train with all kinds of animals, learn animal. Mind you, whether you're interested in that is none of my business, but let's see if you graduate. You're going to roll your exit exam is a intelligence roll of 7+. 11+, you get honors.
That's an intellect?
Yep.
All right, 2d6 plus intellect?
Yep.
Not good.
5.
Oh.
You fail. You
Okay.
feel you were handling a raptored lizard, and it is set loose upon the university. It takes a crew of 11 to restrain it. They are highly disappointed in you, and you, unfortunately, are kicked out of school. You may apply for reapplication if you wish, but it will take
300 points
some
from Gryffindor.
finagling.
To the same school?
To the same exact institute. There's only one Mars Institute.
Sure.
All right, we'll pause.
Reapply.
So we'll pause there. You are now, how old would you? You're 22 years old and reapplying. So, for Myth, you have a choice. Now it is time to get into careers. They say, so...
That guy, right?
So, let me see your transcript here. Let me see if it will do at any point. I mean, you're not very adept at much. You are. I would say, why not go into your father's trade and become a government man?
Okay. Sure, yeah, let's do it. Let's, like, I was hoping to get out among the stars, but, yeah, let's do it.
Well, my dear boy, it is not a thing for everyone, and according to your transcript, I can see why you failed that test so horribly. A 7, my dear boy. It happens to the best of us, as they say in the Imperium, but no child gets left behind. So, you can become a corporate citizen, a working citizen, or we can get you onto a colony, get you off this little planet of ours.
Yeah, I want off this. Thank you so much, Becca Universe. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome. Enjoy those bow ties in chat. Welcome to the Mythominions. Yeah, I'll go ahead and I guess try to get out. I want off this place. Everybody here hates my brother.
Who's your brother?
Oh, that wasn't supposed to be it. Nothing. That was an inside voice.
Your transcript says you are an only child.
Yeah, that's a thing.
Interesting. All right. So, we're going to get you in. I will send you, you want to be on a colony. Are you sure? I mean, with your social standing, you could get into, any corporate job that you'd like.
I don't really want to be strapped down by all that corporate stuff. I'd rather see what this void has for us.
You are
obviously using the wrong words.
You are a very dramatic young man, but I'll hand you some brochures. You can, I'll send word to the next recruiter to see if they have a spot for you on one of the colonies, maybe on the Venus moons. We'll see. You poor thing. I feel sorry. Okay, but so now you are going to be shuttled with a bunch of other kids on a line with their basically their data stick, twiddling their thumbs, wondering what the fuck's up for them.
Whipping the stick out.
Yep.
Yeah.
For Richard, so sweetie, what do you want to do when you grow up, huh? A 5, huh? That's
No, you check that system and check for the answers. That thing stopped me from testing.
You couldn't even finish section 2, sweetie. I can see it on my record here. So,
but I answered them. I know they're right. You just have to look.
If I talk really slowly, sweetie, will you be able to understand that now you have to choose a career?
Right.
Side note, I hate Roll20.
Yeah.
I rolled an 11, but the first roll was a 5. And then the next roll was an 11. The first one was a 5 on 1 dice. My computer malfunctioned.
Sweetie, I don't know what the consoles are working just fine, all right? The consoles are working just fine.
Wherever I
Yeah, it is 11, yeah.
Lady, you put me where this world's gonna put me. This whole thing is a mess, and I'm gonna report this.
Oh, sweetie, that's above my pay grade. All right, let's see what you are most adept at. I mean, come on, like there has to be something in the Imperium for you. Let's see, Richard Ryder. What a strange name. Let's see. Okay, all right. So she begins to look at her computer, very concerned, very like, oh, you poor thing. Take a minute to discuss with each other, because soon you guys will meet. You will start your careers. For our dear Boom, he will just try to get back into school. He will try.
So, side note, just an actual question, because my roll really was an 11.
Your roll is an 11, yeah.
Do I lose out on the chance for these stats? Like, I accidentally rolled a single d6 that scored a 5, and then a correct roll of an 11. So, like, what's going to happen here in-game? Because
you can now, since I saw a 5 first, and it was a malfunction of Roll20, and a malfunction of the console.
No, it's also me. I put in for a roll of, I think, 1d6 instead of 2.
Yeah, but it's a malfunction in-game as the console.
The console did malfunction.
You're
not that dumb. So you can try to convince her as she tries to put you into a career that, no, I am meant to be in the Navy. There is that guy outside. He is kind of like passing you by, probably leaving for the day as you see him putting his overcoat and wearing his briefcase. Mind you, what are they doing with overcoats on space stations?
Question 2, when you are playing around a sun going at the speeds that a base G ship is going, you are to decelerate and let gravity take you and whip you around the turn. That couldn't have been wrong. It just couldn't have. There's no reason my score should be that low. Every question under pressure, I got right. It's just a mockery.
Speedy, calm down, all right? You gotta calm down. You know?
He knows! That guy out there! Ask him what you do when your ship's going around his sun!
She dilates her door she contracts her door close. She said, listen here, okay? Listen here. All right? They've lowered my credit for the week. I need to make my unit rent, okay? You need to calm down. I'm just doing my goddamn job.
Lady, you will get a raise when you save the best cadet that this school could ever have.
You are just an 18-year-old. Oh my god. Okay, let me just do my job.
That's so emotional. I love it. Awesome.
Just check the console. They'll give you a raise. You'll be great. You're gonna have saved one of the best pilots.
Well, my computer says that you would be a great merchant, okay? And that's what my computer says. Here is your data. Here's your thumb drive, and get the hell out of here.
Okay. I'm gonna grab the merchant sheet. Is that guy from the naval office still walking down the hallway?
As she dilates her door to let you out, you can see him about to turn the corner left. He has his overcoat around over his arm and his case. He's headed to basically the port.
Can I tell what his rank is?
He is a He is a Master Chief.
Wait.
What'd you say? Sorry, I couldn't hear it.
Wait.
Master Chief, wait.
He says, he stops, and you can see him drop his case.
Master Chief, ask me anything. Anything that will be on that test.
You are that goddamn kid from the goddamn conference room giving me goddamn lip.
Master Chief, if you just ask me any question, I know I'll get it.
What side of the ship are we on right now, boy?
Out of
you can roll for this.
Yeah, I'll get a roll for this.
Intellect check of 10 plus.
Well, that's the end of me.
What do you say in response?
This side?
I will give you the count of 10 to make me feel like I haven't wasted my goddamn time.
I'll take the merchant sheet and walk out. I guess that's character creation.
Not gonna try. You do have the proper scores.
What?
So, he's giving you 10 seconds to prove that you're not a waste of time.
The screen wouldn't let me go past the first
I
section.
do not want to hear about goddamn
But it accepted my answers from the first section. So you can look at those. The answers will be there, just none of my other sections.
Boy, if I check the goddamn console, I'm trying to get to my goddamn wife and my goddamn son. That
I can fly with
flower
you and check the console.
Come on now. He walks to the counselor's office and he barges in and she's eating. She's just dropped one of her tablets into the water and it's turned into ramen noodles. She almost spills it on herself as he goes, "Give me that goddamn console! Move away, woman! This incessant boy!" She gets up and he sits down and he goes through the records and he is silent for a moment. You can talk for his, this is a few moments of silence that you can interrupt or you can move on.
Look at it. Look at each answer in section 1. I'll take the rest of it. Just let me keep going.
He rubs his forehead and he goes, "This is goddamn right. This boy passed a perfect score on his test. Holy motherfucking shit."
Blue blazes.
Woman, change his thumb drive and send him over to the appropriate place. I am leaving. So, for Richard Ryder, he gets to do his dream. He gets to be accepted to the Navy and start his military academy training. But in the meantime, as he's getting his uniform, getting all set, getting the instructions on how to properly behave, there is the question of Alexander Hollow, as he is trying to get back into school, unable to graduate. I mean, you could just go into your career. You could just...
Yep, sounds good.
So, as you're walking onto the steps of the university, you decide, fuck this. And where do you head? Mind you, you did have you did plan out of game to go into psionics. That is still a career choice. You just need to go to the proper offices. So let me know what, if you care to, role play what's Alexander's next move, as he is just fuck school.
My family, I mean, I'm still on Mars.
Correct.
As my family comes from, is a high station. I mean, they're not hard. Are they like Kennedy level of famous, or?
Let's say they are more like Giuliani, kind of.
All right.
Like, they've made like really good reforms, but I mean, they're not like the upper crust. They're only knights.
I mean, yeah. Okay. What is the tech like right now, as far as the level of technology?
Good question. You are in basically between, depending on which part of the city, between TL7 and TL10 for this part of.
And those are tech levels, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So you are in basically a pre-stellar, early stellar technology, at least in this part of town, that you are
And
now
for
just
reference,
meandering.
What's modern day Earth, us, IRL, OOC? What is our tech level? So we have a race or something to.
TL7.
Reference. We're TL7.
TL5.
We're 5.
Wait. TL7 references computers
Tales of our
being
endeavors
common,
proliferate.
telecommunication satellites.
So I would say TL6 instead, like coming into TL7.
Cool. All right. All right. Thank you, AB Dollar, for the host. Thanks, buddy. How are you? All right. Sweet.
But like, yeah, where you come from, where you're part of town, it's low because the entire pyramid is high stellar. So
I'm just wondering, like, how hard would it be to reach out and get in contact with my brother?
not at all. Mind you, that technology is so the government. Sorry, things are popping up like here and there on my screen, from people from the site. But so it would be pretty easy. You would just have to know his frequency, which could have changed. He was only 4 years old. It's like been 14 years since you've seen your brother. Know of his location. You can certainly try, and the government is always watching for your safety.
Sure, of course. Well, I'm gonna try.
Do you get a temporary phone from a vending machine, or do you actually use? Okay. So it's just a what it looks like is a card, and you just have to type into the card, and it will dial a holo call for you.
Okay. So I need to figure out his. Is there? Trying to.
Like
I
an
mean, I
ID
imagine.
number?
Yeah, an ID number. Trying to figure out how to figure out what his frequency is.
The only one you would know for certain is your old home.
That's a scene.
Yeah, I'm gonna call that one. Is there voice only option?
It's video only on the video and audio only. There's no modifying it.
So you can't. So
Probably drug dealers have hacked ones.
right.
I mean, you have a perfectly good prepaid one-shot call in your hand. You paid good money for it.
Yeah. I don't want to see. I mean, there's got to be a turn off the video thing, right? That's got to be voice over.
Hold your thumb
course.
over the thing.
Of course, if you have your own personal comm.
Yeah, I want to make just an audio call to home.
Would you like to hack the prepaid one call?
I mean, to do what? To turn off the video?
Yep, because the standard is video is both. So you need to hack it in order, or you could go back to your.
I'll just call it. It's been 14 years.
Yeah, maybe they forgot.
They don't remember. I mean, I don't look the same. Like, a kid grows up like a lot in like 14 years, especially from a kid. So they may not recognize me. So.
You hear very elegant music playing as you wait. While you're waiting, it starts to rain.
All right, I'm gonna go out of the get out of the rain, obviously.
The streets are very narrow here. The shops are squished together. You huddle under. Yeah, you huddle under basically a parts shop. It's just literally a counter with a canopy over it. There's a droid working on something, and suddenly you see a woman, an older. It's your mother, just quite old and quite haggard at this point, and she says, "Hello."
Hi, is Rafferty home?
Rafferty is not home. And who is this? I see your caller ID is unknown, and I do not recognize you, sir.
I'm sorry. My name is Jimmy Smith. I go to school with Rafferty, and I lost his frequency, and I was wondering if he was home, or if you could let me know it so I call him. We have some studying to do for a science project.
But it's the middle of summer. You've already graduated from school.
Right, but it's a long-term science project, and it's almost finished. We started it in school, ma'am. I'm sorry if I wasn't clear. We started in school, and it's time to for it to happen. We've been waiting a long time for this reaction to happen, and it's really cool. I'm sure he'll tell you about it once it happens.
You're going to roll something for me because I cannot let you get away with this without a roll.
Sure.
You are going to roll a social roll of 10 plus to make this happen, to make her believe that you, this mangy boy in a bad part of town, who's older, who's 22, just got kicked out of university, is actually his high school friend.
Yeah. Well, all right. Well, she doesn't believe me. 7.
I think you have the wrong number.
No, Mom, I don't.
Oh, what? Excuse me? I have... Rafferty's my only son.
He's your second son.
Rafferty's
Don't you
my only
remember
son. I am disconnecting this call, and you, sir, will not call this
Alexander.
number. You will not be able to call me ever again. And she hangs up.
Oh, well.
You...
And now she's haunted.
She can call the authorities on you. You better be on the move.
I mean, it's the burner phone. I'm dropping that burner phone, breaking it, and fucking heading out.
Snap it, Nav.
Snap. Throw it in the sewer and run.
It's actually made of recycled paper.
Oh, I just throw it in the thing, and then it just kind of disintegrates. Rip.
So, what is the career that you are deciding to choose? Will you...
Scion.
So there is the Scion Institute in the middle of Mars Central. You can go over there. The Scion Institute will gladly take you if you display proper skill. But we'll pause there. Think about, you must do your survival check. Now, all 3 of you are in your survival checks.
Okay.
And also, I hope you guys are having fun. The character creation keeps you separate for a little while, but once you get into your careers, or if you get incarcerated, you guys will finally have opportunities to meet.
Sweet.
Well, do I ever have a? I know in my survival, is there any advancement I take for being in the Navy? Because I actually did make it in now, or do we forgo that?
You actually do make it. You gain all the service skills of the military career of the academy. So you're gonna turn to the Navy chart, and you get all the service skills of that career, and you bring it to 0, trained.
So, service skill. I'm seeing skills and training, and so service skills: pilot, vacuum suit, 0G, gunner, mechanic, gun combat, and so on. Right?
Yes.
Cool. So I'm gonna grab those up now.
So you learn a bunch of things. You are just absorbing all this material. But with a military academy, you do have field training towards the end of your career. So that means you get to roll 2d6, and I tell you what has happened. What's the major event of your military academy career?
Oh, good lord! Let me not mess up this roll again. Can confirm the roll is a legitimate 10. 2 dice with modifier added in, like an adult.
A newly arrived tutor rubs you the wrong way, and you work hard to overturn their conclusions. You can roll a 9+ on any skill you have learned during this term.
So what does that mean for me?
So, any skill that you've learned in a military academy, basically, one of the tutors is kind of rubbing the wrong way, very pretentious, very condescending, knows that you're from a space station and you're not from planet side, and you can show off by rolling a 9+ on any skill that you've learned here in the Navy military academy.
Okay, so I guess I'm going to try pilot. So how do I do this skill roll now?
So you get into the simulator and you now roll for that skill. So it's basically you have to roll a 9+.
And this skill has a base -1. Is there any reason for that?
It shouldn't have a base -1. You should have a 0 now.
Oh,
If
I
that's
think
one.
I may have switched that.
Yeah, it says DM
Well,
is assigned a -1 to everything.
Did you change the stuff cord?
No, I can't. Maybe you did.
But you guys are seeing what I'm seeing, right? That there's
Uh,
where it says DM, there's a -1 down the line.
Yes, that's because you have. If you look at all your look at the words are hard.
Yep.
Characteristic.
Sure.
You need to set it to the right characteristics for that ability. Yeah, but DM is set to -1 difficulty on everything. No, we can't change that. That's on you. Ling.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
I
that's
think
all
it's-
right. The DM is set incorrectly.
That's just weird. Like I've never had that happen to me. You just add +1. I have no idea what that is. It's the
We can just add a miscellaneous modifier of 1 to everything.
until I can fix it.
And what's pilot then as a skill take from?
You're gonna take from your from either your dexterity or your intellect.
Well, let me figure out what's better. Oh, well, my intellect is better, but they're both pretty good. So then this is going to actually have +2 to it. Oh, no, okay. This seems right. Right? Hang on, here we go.
Is that your roll, the 10?
No, that was the last roll. So it's
With an 8, you are not able to one-up your tutor. He only laughs at you, and says, "Better luck next time, my boy. Better luck next time." In this instance, you can take him as your rival.
yeah, let's do that.
Thank God I have your stuff here. His name is Dylan Engstrom.
Cool. Dylan was never that great of a name anyway, so I don't mind
yeah,
hating
take
it.
that, Dylan. Shots fired. From
Dylan Engstrom is a ensign. Is an ensign. He is about 35 years old. So when you have a rival, you will end up meeting them, or your life could be affected by them in the future.
Sorry, say that again?
So rivals are really important to character creation because they can ruin your character creation. They can step in and just wreck you, or they can end up turning into your friend.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay.
Oh, so there's a special section for it on your character sheet.
As well as story for later.
Yes. So it's now time for graduation as you have made a rival, but you have to... What's your endurance?
Mine?
Yes.
My endurance is low. What's that come from?
Is it 8 or above?
No. Where's it asking for endurance, though?
Oh, I'm seeing your qualifications for graduation. I'm just asking you stuff so I can put that flavor.
Yeah, my
how's your
endurance is low.
How's your social standing?
Social is 6, so it's a 0 mod. Endurance is 4 with a -1 mod. My education, intellect, dex are all high.
Okay, you're gonna do your exit exam, an intellect check of 8+.
All right, here we go. Looks like a failure.
All right. All right. You fail to your exit exam. that Master Chief will only looks at you and as you pass him by in the hallways as they ask you to empty your bunk. Any reaction, Richard?
No, I'm not gonna even look at him.
It's not anything dramatic or spectacular. There's no one mocking you. It's just silence. You empty your bunk, you pack your things, and head to the career counselor as the Imperium leaves no child behind. It's like no one sees you. You pass by, it's like you weren't even there in the first place. The only person who actually makes eye contact with you out and acknowledges your existence is the tutor who sits in the office, and he just winks at you.
Keep walking. Yeah, that's fine.
All right, so
destroyed right now.
So, you did not graduate. All right, so you can take a time to pick your new career as you head to the career counselor. We are going to Myth, and where did we leave off with you?
I was heading towards some sort of colony, or a new colony.
You are on a ship. You're headed towards a mining colony on the far side of the planet. Mind you, Mars has been drained. There's barely anything left, but it's a good entry-level job. There's a good salary in for you.
Yeah.
Your father is not proud. Your father would have rather you picked a corporate career. Your mother's devastated. She says, "What will we say at the parties now?" And now, as a colonist, you need an intellect of 7 to survive your first 4 years.
Like a role?
Oh, actually, you have to get interviewed first.
Okay.
So as you walk onto the colony, you're in your vac suit, you're headed into a shabby office. A guy has his helmet off and he's smoking. The smoke is filling up the room. You can see the red terrain of Mars out his windows. You need an education +5 to qualify as a colonist.
Sweet.
5+ rather.
Yeah, which I have.
Oh, I mean, you have to roll.
Oh, sorry. All right. So my mod for you said education. All right. So I have an 8. So my mod is 0. I gotta fix these, which I haven't done still because I'm an asshole. And I'm gonna roll. I don't have a modifier. 7.
He says, and he goes, "A fucking monkey could do this job. All right, here's your new assignment. I guess see Jim. See Jim for your stuff and your training and all that crap." And he pours over his basically computer unit, going through God knows what. So, if you would like to turn Myth to Citizen, your skills and training. So, this is the first time we're doing this. You're going to look at skills and training. You are going to roll a 1d6 to see what your training is in, and you get whatever's across the line.
Awesome. Yeah, because everybody went to a university, right? First, is that why? What the hell? What am I? A citizen, right? C comes before D. All right. Roll a D6, and I get a bunch of cool skills.
Yes.
In theory.
In theory.
Sweet. Let's get that damn dice roller. Da-da-da. I rolled a 3. Okay. I gain carouse, streetwise, minimum education 10, which I don't have, so I get carouse and streetwise. Sweet.
So Jim is not really an educated man, and he just tells you how to get around, how to talk to the people down here, how to survive. He's a rough man, fairly. He's middle-aged at this point. No children, no family, and he's just been a colonist, and he says it's a good life. He tries to reassure you. So with that, you're gonna roll for your event. Your event is a 2d6, and I will tell you what has happened to you in these 4 years working as a colonist.
4.
You spend time maintaining and using heavy vehicles, either as a part of your job or as a hobby. Increase mechanic, drive, electronics, flyer, or engineer by one level. So if you're at an untrained, you become trained. If you're already trained, you become 1.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with drive.
And so how'd you get that skill?
Been probably driving. I'm not good with tools. I'm not a strong guy. I can't lift, but I do have a quick mind, and I like to, so it's probably best for me to just drive from one place to another. I was more of like the teamster that would get the workers, the heavy lifters to the site. And I enjoy driving. I enjoy the stimulus of all the information flying at me, as well as just keeping myself relaxed as I would cruise with the skiff. It was probably a land vehicle, so probably like a truck of some sort, probably like a 9 or like a 6-wheeler or something.
Yeah, you basically transport rocks to one side of the
Drive
base
is
to the
Dex,
other
right?
side of the base. They're trying to restart this colony on the far side of Mars. Like, you don't see it happening, but hey, they're trying. The conditions inside Mars is deplorable. So, that has happened to you. No mishaps. Oh, wait, yes. No. Do mishaps... Oh, shit. Okay. So, I need
Thank
a
you so
minute
much,
to
Eraser
make sure that
TX. Thank you so much for the follow, my friend. What was that?
So if you want to give me a few seconds, because
Yeah, go for it.
I'm going to... Yes, I am going to research something really quick to make it right. If you guys want to talk amongst yourselves.
Talk amongst yourself.
Coffee talk, Barbara voice is like butter.
How's it going, Azra? Sorry, I didn't see you there. How are you doing? It has been a while, you're right. Coffee talk. So guys, we are playing, Mongoose Traveller. It is an old system, but has been remade by Mongoose. And this is probably the best iteration of the game. A lot of people don't really know of it. It's too bad. It's a nice system. Right now, we're role-playing through character creation, which is pretty cool. When I've played it before, we would roll the events and go through it. Well, when I ran it, we would go through it, and then it would give everybody the tools to create the backstory. But today, we are collaboratively going through that session 0, and we're doing the backstory together and finding these hooks and flaws together, which is pretty cool. I need to find out where drive is, or should I stop filling out drive because I may lose my arm or something weird?
No. So, if you, from what I'm understanding, if you fail your survival check, I get to roll for your you get to roll for your mishap, why you didn't survive.
Yeah, great.
But for now, it is fine. You're gonna roll for advancement.
All right, so see if I can stay as a citizen next.
Yeah, to see if you advance in these 4 years, if you make anything of yourself. Mind you, we're at 0, so you can only get into a rank 1.
Cool. And what am I rolling for this advancement?
It's going to be a endurance 5+.
Endurance 5+. Okay, so wish me luck, chat. Here we go. Endurance. I have a 3. What is the modifier for 3? Anyone know off the top of their head?
-2.
-2.
Wonderful.
-2.
Endurance.
I think -3.
You said it. You said endurance, right?
Yes.
Sweet. 6.
With a 6, something horrible happens. A mishap happens. I'm going to find my injury table. Can you narrate while I'm finding the injury table what mission you are on?
Yes. So, we probably we're heading towards a routine. We're probably heading towards a routine mine, another cave that we have been going to, a quarry, if you will, and have been taking some of the stone and trying to dig, because I think the company that we've been working for a while. The union wants us to keep digging. Just that's all we have to do is just keep digging. We have to dig to try to make an underground city, and during this, the truck flips. I was probably going too quick around a turn, around like the switch back down into the quarry, and the truck flips. And then this is what happens. Muted. You muted.
You're dead.
I'm dead!
Oh my god!
You are nearly killed. You have a chance to try to survive, but you will be dead. You have an endurance roll of 10 plus to make. If you do not survive this trucking accident, as it flips, you can feel yourself pinned under. You can feel the blood rushing to your extremities and rushing out of you. You can feel the warmth of the liquid spreading all over you as the truck is heavy under you.
All right, don't
God.
make too many decisions at the moment. I gotta do something.
All right. You guys can affect the game. You can scroll down and do the play along. This is one of those times that we may need an automatic success. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. This is a success when you're having trouble, but not when I'm failing at a Naval Academy.
Yeah, well,
You are gonna die from not getting into Naval Academy.
Rich Robert is already dead inside.
Oh my god. So yeah, you guys scroll on down, take a look. Wow, I don't have advantage. Boom had the advantage. Oh shit.
Has anyone in the audience decided to help you, Myth?
Not yet. I do. If Vix, if you're in chat, you did subscribe earlier. You did a resub earlier today. I don't know if she is, but she had a resub, which gives her an automatic success or failure to one of the players. Not saying this is a good time, but this is a good time. Oh man, died in character creation. That's what makes this game so much fun. We haven't even played yet, and I'm probably about to die. So what's the role?
You either a subscriber can help you,
Okay.
and you can get because you can see some men screaming.
It's like that bullet time. That.
Yes, you can hear that like just muffled noise. You're getting dizzy.
Hey, Boom has donated $3. And what does it say?
Myth doesn't die.
Myth doesn't die. Thank you so much, Boom, for your support.
Don't take my brother away from me.
You are pulled out of the wreckage. You lose both your legs, but you are transported to the medical ward, and you are retrofitted with legs. I will give you the stats for that, but you will owe the government money.
Perfect.
But you are alive.
Yay!
Kids, and here we come.
Just like in real life. I owe so much money. Awesome, great. Oh, that's so good. I was about to start over Click Monkey, but no, thanks to Boom. Awesome. So yes, that is an example of how you can affect the game. Today I didn't expect to actually need an auto success or die, but I guess that's what makes Traveller so cool.
So,
I have no legs. Thanks,
Rafferty, as you are 22 years old, in the hospital bed, the machine's working, the droids the service droids trying to bring you your lunch. That gentleman that you saw 4 years ago enters like, it happens to the best of us. So, you signing on for another term? He blows smoke into your face as you watch them literally adjust the calibrations of your new cybernetic legs.
As I like kick him in the face. I'm sorry, Cody, we just fixing this. Man, I don't know. Chat, what do you think? Chat, should I go for another term on the mining colony, or should I try to jump? I feel like he doesn't want to stick around, but I don't know if he has a choice. They're kind of like, you should be a colonist. And he's like, yeah, sure, I'll go help the colonies. And they're like, okay, you're a miner. Oh, that's not what I meant. All right.
By the way, this was only your first 4 years. Like, they're just testing.
Yeah, there's still more.
You
I just don't know if I want to
give you off, just be off planet and just be a simple colonist.
Go for the life of crime. Yeah, I'll try. I guess I won't do it. I'm probably did the math in my head, and was like, I am not going to be able to owe this money to the government with this job. I don't even know if my Yeah, my intellect is 8. Yeah, okay. So I have an average intellect. Yeah, I will not sign on to be a colonist. It was not what I thought it was going to be.
So he says, that's too bad. Could have used a cyborg. And he says, see me in my office when you're better. Give you your exit papers and all that. So this is your choice now to muster out or continue to a next career.
I will continue.
Yeah, so in this time, as we are going to transfer it over to Boom, think about what you want to hear, because the government will come. They will send an officer to
I'm 22,
a government
right?
official. Yeah, you're just 22.
Okay.
They'll send a government worker to basically follow your new career. Again, the Imperium leaves no one behind.
God bless the Imperium.
So, Alexander, where did we leave off with you?
I was going to the Psionic Academy of Mars.
That's great. Hashtag Grey Knights.
It's very underwhelming. It's a 3-story building squished in the middle of central Mars, but it is a government building after all. When you go in, there is a woman. She hands you an actual clipboard. It has an actual tablet. This is insane. She should be able to have oral dictation software on her computer, but whatever. She hands you the tablet.
Okay, I look at the tablet.
It basically asks your name, your medical history, has anything weird happened in your life, your social standing, any relatives, because it says in very fine quotes, it is a genetic, it could be genetic as well. Researchers have not confirmed that. So what do you put on for that kind of information?
Yeah, no, I mean, I'll put the information that should be on there.
She smiles brightly at you.
I'll fill it out truthfully.
And she says, I'm just gonna run this through, sir, if you can just have a seat. And she calls for Gallon Holback. Gallon Holback, they're ready to see you now.
You muted, Arlen.
Oh, so he says, Mr. Holback, they're ready to see you now. What? What did you say? And he said, sir, come this way. And the nurse helps him. You are in the office by yourself as you are truthfully applying. So, after moments later, a gentleman comes out. He has a bright smile and a lab coat. You can see his bright white teeth, his nicely combed back hair, and he goes, welcome, Alexander. Welcome to the Institute of Psionics Mars branch.
Thank you.
Oh, you're quite shy. Well, come with me. He turns on his heel and walks very slowly through the door, and when you see it, it's just long hallways. He looks through all of them, and you can see through the windows people with a strange headgear, machines, some people on respirators, others jogging, others just sitting at desks and with various objects in front of them. For you, if you remember the Psion page, which is towards the back, you actually get to pick first your skills. You're going to roll a d6 under skills and training, and that's what you're going to get. Oh, and by the way, for Myth, you under the skills and training, like there's 2 categories, and you roll another d6 and you find what your occupation was, and you get that skill too.
So you're saying I roll a d6 and then I get on the personal development, I get whatever I roll?
Yeah, you get the personal development, skill service, and advancement, like whatever's on that line.
All right. So strength +1, telekinesis, and language, because I have the minimum.
Okay, so so you're gonna add that to your stats, and now you're gonna roll again, and you see under it, it'll say adept Psy Warrior, or Wild Talent, you get to pick what you want to be.
Okay, is psionics on the, or do I need to add psionics to the skills? Or that's power, isn't it?
Yeah, like you're just gonna treat this as another career.
No, but the telekinesis, is that it's a skill?
Yeah, so the personal development, skill services, and if you have advanced
I'm just looking on
education.
the skill. I'm looking on the character sheet. I don't see it.
Oh, let me check. Myth, do you know where it is by
Where about?
chance?
Do I just need to put in another skill for it?
Oh yeah, you would put another skill. You would put other skill. Sorry about that.
Yeah, I gotta find. I don't think there's no leader. No, there is. I lied. We're good.
And telekinesis is based on intellect, I imagine.
So you had, yeah.
Okay, and then I get a skill in my service skill.
Yeah, you also get a service skill for what? Are you a Wild Talent, Adept, or Psy Warrior?
Adept. And then I'll roll that one, and that one is awareness.
Okay.
So then I also get awareness as a speciality.
Yes, you rank that up. If it's not trained,
One.
if it's not trained, it becomes trained. And at a 0. Like when you start new talents, and skills.
So telekinesis starts at 0 as well.
Yes.
Okay.
This 4 years has been rough for you. They have you in rooms, in studying you always. They have you do exercises, which involve you just thinking really hard. But you start to see some change. You start you start to move things inch by inch, and soon you're moving things across the room. You start to study all the psionic disciplines, and the gentleman is very pleased. He often smiles at you, but when does he not smile? And he says, well, this has been a great 4 years. And now you're going to roll for your survival to see if you did survive.
Okay, and that's education roll for survival, so an education 4+.
Yes.
So 2d6 plus my education. I need to make at least
At least a 4+.
What's the modifier for 13? Is it 3 or is it at 14 it goes to 3?
I'll find that table.
I can't find that table right now.
13 is a +2.
Okay, that's fine.
Thank you so much, Simplex TV. Thank you so much for the follow, my friend. Welcome, enjoy those vote ties in chat.
Okay.
Welcome to the Mythematic.
So, was it the, it's a 9?
9?
Is that the roll?
Yep. 2d6
So with
plus
the
2
9,
is 9.
he's very pleased. He's like, you are very promising psionic, Alexander. I am very, very pleased. And now you roll a 2d6 for your character event.
Thank you so much, Zient Maza, for the follow. Thank you, buddy.
Just 2d6. Alright.
So the event, you pick up potential useful information using your psychic powers. You gain +1 to any to a benefit roll, so you save that. You can collect benefit rolls.
Alright. Where do I keep track of my benefit rolls?
So your benefit rolls, you can just put on the side. When you muster out, you get like this sum of money. You get like there's tiers of rewards for being in that career. So when you muster out, you get you can add +1 and it'll like raise your tier.
So I'm just deciding to put that in. Just trying to figure out where to put that in the character sheet to have it noted.
Probably off to the side.
Yeah, like it's just a +1 to any benefit roll. So it won't be unless
I'll just write it down.
Yeah, and that'll be till the end if you want to stay in psionics. So with that, you're going to see if you rank up. They see a lot of potential in you.
Okay, so roll 2d6 plus 2 again.
Yes, and for an adept, it's an education 8+.
Shishing! Advancement.
You are now a rank 1. You are an initiate. You have now joined the inner circle, and you have gained a science of Scientology of 1. You're already ranked up to 1. He's very impressed, the gentleman in white.
Scientology. So wait.
Psionicology.
So that's. I'm just trying to figure out where to put everything on this skill on this character sheet, really.
Oh yeah, with signs you have to just keep making your writing your own stuff down.
So I'll just put that under powers.
You can put
powers,
in
yeah.
Powers.
Because it's got Scion strength and stuff, yeah. I think these are your powers are your Scion skills.
And then skill level 1.
Yes,
okay.
You're already just bumped up to 1. He's the man in white, who you've never learned his name in the 4 years, is very pleased. He smiles at you and he says, "Welcome to Psionics." He says,
Thank you, doctor.
and he, doctor, me a doctor? You flatter me too much. You are too kind, Alexander. Too kind. He smiles at you, and as he exits the room, you have now a choice to stay in the Psionic Institute of Mars and continue your career, or just you could stay or you could leave. It's up to you now.
I think I'll stay for another one because I felt good about that.
You feel good in your white uniform, in your white room with your white sheets and white walls. It's pretty awesome here.
In the white room.
With black curtains.
So Richard, have you thought about what you want to do?
I think I have a pretty good plan.
You got a plan?
Yeah, so I'm going to go rogue for pirate at the chance to fly anything, because now I'm kind of desperate. My dream could be escaping, and I need a ship that someone will put me at the helm of.
Nice.
So, can you roleplay for us as you are headed to your career counselor to potentially pick a respectable career, but you've decided to go rogue?
I'm passing all those people by, the officer and my rival, who fucking wink piece of shit motherfucker. And so I essentially I start to walk by the career counselor's office, and as I'm walking to the door, I make a right down another hallway and onto the street. And I essentially start walking out, and I see.
Hey, get back! You're supposed to go to your career counselor.
I'm sorry. Excuse me. You must be speaking to the wrong person.
It's raining really hard. He's standing by the doorway, and he says, "Hey, Richard Ryder, return to this. Return."
Who? Dick Ryder? Nah, the wrong guy. Sorry, bye.
You will be incarcerated, sir. Return to the academy. Return to your career counselor. He stutters as he starts to walk out in the rain and call others.
Quick look around. What are my surroundings?
You are in basically the front lawn of the military academy. You see in the distance there is basically the streets, basically where the military academy ends. It's far from here. You can book it if you have the endurance to book it.
Any vehicles around?
The only vehicle you see.
Only you had a driver with legs.
You see various four-wheelers going into the large garage on the back of the school. The only thing close enough to you resembling having is a scooter that a kid's carrying on his back.
Oh man, we're gonna Marty McFly this. I'm gonna run by and essentially be like, "I'll give it back to you," and grab it.
So this is where your benefits, your boon or your bane, where your advantage or disadvantage, you get to roll 3 dice, and you dump the lowest.
Okay, so 3 dice and dump loss. Why am I getting this?
Because you have the scooter.
And I apply the endurance modifier?
Yes.
Wow, well, so 3 dice drop the lowest, I'll get rid of that crappy 5.
Can you roleplay for us how you book it into the city?
So I grab the kid's scooter and a quick grab and pull of the restricting wire. Let this baby really go. And I slam my right foot down on the thing, and now that it's been taken off silly kitty mode, I drop the little restrictor back behind me as I blaze off with, like, flame trails behind me.
You go 88 miles an hour.
I make a quick right into the city, and I start zigging through every intersection I can, making lefts and rights, essentially just trying to not leave much of a trail.
A lot of
every time there's a chance to turn at an intersection, I turn, because that's gonna just make it harder to follow. And at some point, I drop the. Or no, I said I was gonna return that. I pulled up the scooter and put it on my back. And yeah, go on.
You realize that you are planet-side. You are far from your home on the space station. Terra is a strange, muddy, disgusting place. Where would the first place you're going to head as a 22-year-old?
Legal drinking age. I'll head towards a bar. Got reasons to drink. Fell out of school, stole a child's scooter. Let's really
You roll into the bar with your scooter.
This one's pink, right? It can be pink.
You can fold it.
Oh, yeah, it's a razor. Good, razors are still around.
Yeah, no, they're great.
You can. It's a quad fold, so you can fold it enough where you can hold it under your arm.
Ooh.
Through my arm, nifty, to save my life. Let's take care of it. I'll head into the bar.
You head into this divey place. Drinks are spilled everywhere. The fluorescent lights blinking. You can sit at a table, or you can sit at the bar.
Who else is at the tables?
Just random. Some aliens, some humans.
Those randos.
Looks like regulars. They're really scruffy in dress.
Anyone looking like they're talking, like they're trying to be talking away from people or don't want to be heard?
Not really. People look like they're talking to each other, like, very casually. The only thing that's off is this one guy who's just sitting by himself at the bar.
Yeah, why not? I'll sit next to him.
He just gives you one of those, like, looks like, what the fuck? Out of all the seats, you're gonna sit next to me? That's his look. He doesn't say it.
The other tables have a lot of people at them already. This seat's nice. Company of 1 is better than company of 5.
Ah, great. A talker.
That's me.
What's your name, kid?
Rich Glider.
All right, Rich Glider. I like you, kid. Hey, Tommy, get this boy a drink. And this is how you start your illustrious career as a rogue, as you find out very quickly that he is a pirate.
What were the chances?
What were the chances?
Like a world crafted to have me progress the story. Insane. Alright, so what am I doing now for roles? I assume this is somewhere where I'm about
to die.
The one thing that I do have to mention that a gentleman sits next to him. He smiles very brightly. His hair is very neatly combed back.
Hey there. Is this a party of 3 now?
Don't worry about him, all right? Just mind your drink, especially with these Vargas around here.
So both of us are just gonna pretend he's not there.
No, he begins to talk to him, and he whispers very low.
You wanna share in on the info, or am I just supposed to nurse this free drink?
Kid, I love the words coming out of your mouth. They're fucking intellectual, but you gotta shut it. You're gonna get yourself killed out of it. Rule number 1: know when to speak, know when to shut up.
I don't know, like, cause you guys seem scary and all, but just I'm gonna put the pink scooter on the table. I just dodged a military base on this.
Kid,
so I
get
might
the
be of use
scooter
to
off
you.
my bar.
No, they're like people want me, and this is all I used to get away.
Kid, get your stuff off my bar. Tommy, just relax. The kid's new here, all right? It's like, come on.
Yeah, let me get it off the bar. I'm gonna point it towards the door, and the restrictor's still off this thing, and I'm just gonna hit the ignition and should aim right out the bar, but quite fast. Off your bar, no problem, sir.
Good God, Tommy, how do you find him? Good God, man, how do you find him? I don't know, Tommy. I think this one's a charm, though, huh? So, he whispers really low. You have the opportunity to listen. Otherwise, we can just roll your character. For your
I'll
roll
attempt
character.
to listen. I'll attempt to listen.
So you're gonna roll a intellectual check. And for Boom, I didn't give you that one piece of information that you found out from your event.
Mm-hmm. And that was what?
You realize that overhearing the conversation from the man in the white suit, he's passing by and he's talking very low. But your head starts to pound and you can hear him seep into your head. You're hearing his thoughts. He kind of remarks, I have to watch that one. He's becoming more powerful every day. I must call on my contact. I must call on Polly. So, what you learn is that he is holding you back. There's something more to your training that you can take advantage of. It's up to you if you want to take advantage of this information in the future into your next term, or you could just leave it as just, the thoughts of a paranoid man. But if he is really holding you back, is this a power that you want? And that's what you got from your event. Say that again?
I'll take all the power, please.
Lord Vader.
So we will work that into your next term for Richard. Rich, he says, I want you to steal something for me.
Hang on, it's a 10 on the listen roll. I got a 6, a 3, plus my 1 for intellectual.
Oh, so for that listen, he realized he's talking about smuggling a package off-world.
Nice.
That it's going to be a pickup on Mars, and to send them outside of the Sol Rim. And he says he'll pay good money if you send this package off out of the system.
Listen, I know that you're all for shouting in a bar, but wherever you need that brought, I can fly up there.
You see the guy, he grips you at the lapels, picks you up 5 inches off the ground. He says, listen here, kid, you want to roll with me? You gotta follow rule number 1. How are you gonna make it out here? The bar is silent. He dusts you off. He says, I'm just trying to help you survive. Go back to your business, everyone. Listen, kid, I could find you pretty easily. I could slit you from ear to ear. So you follow my rules. I'll teach you everything I know. Just shut the fuck up. All right? Keep your voice down. My friend over here has some business, and maybe you can get in on it if you're a good boy. All right? All right?
That just sounds like a wonderful time, sir.
Don't call me sir. All right? I'm no naval officer. All right?
No problem, ma'am.
Oh God, I'm gonna have a time with you. So to be sure that you are up for this, he asks you to steal something. He's there's a gentleman seated in Aslan. He wants you to
A little lion man.
a huge lion man, barely can fit in his seat.
Hashtag Muppets.
He says, "Listen, that guy over there got a thumb drive that belongs to me. You take it from you take it, you can hang out with me." And this is your qualifier for rogue.
So I need to steal something?
Yep.
This may
So he
be
says
the
I have to take,
strongest
what
thing.
does he want me to take specifically?
Kid, were you listening to me? He has a thumb drive in his jacket pocket on the inside. All right? It's on his left breast. If those even things have breasts, you just take it, and then we're good to go. You can see my ship. You're into ships, right?
I can fly your ship, but if I'm enough of a pirate already to know that stealing anything from that thing over in the corner of the bar isn't going to end with me still having a head.
Come on. Just do it. So this is your qualifier to be a rogue. You need to make a 6+ on a check if you decide to do it. If you decide not to, you will drift.
Sure. I'm going to...
I'll give you any bonuses if you can do this creatively.
Yeah, no, I'm going to, well, do I have any thumb drives on me? Is that anything I would carry?
No, you were just a military student.
How do I hand in papers?
Military student.
Anyway, I'm going to walk over. What's the table across from the Aslan?
There's a Vargur and a human talking.
What does a Vargur look like?
Oh shit, sorry, let me tell you what a Vargur looks like.
And Aslan is a lion dude. I know that, but I forget what the Vargur is. I also don't know if chat knows either.
A Vargur? Go on.
Oh no, I'm gonna get the proper description of him so I don't get this wrong. That I don't get it wrong.
Okay.
But describe how you approach. You need to use a dex, your dex check.
To the table, I'm just gonna walk up, hopefully without them noticing, so quiet. And you want me to make that roll
Vargurs
now?
look like wolfmen.
Oh, okay.
Emperor Palpatine.
Walk up on the table quietly.
Which table? The one with the Vargur and the human, or the Aslan who's drinking with another Aslan?
The Vargur and the human.
Okay. And you walk quietly. You look kind of strange. People look at you, but then they don't pay you any mind after that.
Then I'm gonna, once I'm close up to the table, be like, quite loudly, are you allowed to say things about Aslans like that in public?
You see the Aslan look over, and the Vargur is just, he's like, "What the fuck's your problem? I didn't see nothing."
Whatever the epithet is for Aslans, like, you can't just call Aslan's epithet.
Make one up.
Kittens.
I didn't say anything like that. You see the Aslan get up. You see him push the table forward.
I'm gonna walk up to him.
He goes to push himself away from the table, but the whole table
I'm gonna walk up
moves.
to him and kind of do a holding him back. Deal great. Buddy, he's not worth it. These people, they're backwards thinkers. And I'm gonna, when I go to hold him back, slip my hand into his breast pocket and see if I can pull it out.
Dirty Vargur. Always saying bullshit.
Buddy,
The Vargur now gets up.
He's not one of them, man. You know Vargurs. They say things, But you want to have your drink, you want to have a good night, and I'll now try, once I'm close enough to him, to make that sleight of hand check into his breast pocket and nip it out and down my sleeve.
Nice.
Fuck you, Aslan. Fuck you, Fogger. And you now have your opening.
What is this, Dex?
Yes, sir. You can have advantage on it. You will have 3 dice. Remove the lowest.
We'll get rid of that 2, which is going to be a 13.
You can see your dear friend at the bar, whose name is Polly, smile at you. And now you get to do your skills and training. As he takes you to port, introduces you to the crew, and says, this guy, when you leave that bar, a fight ensues that almost destroys the bar.
When we're leaving, I hand him the USB. I don't steal. I don't.
How will you ever make it out there? Out there in the vast space? Come on. Let's get out of here. A fight ensues, almost destroys the entire bar. There's explosions that go off. Illegal weapons obviously are being fired, but you walk away. He shows you to the port, his shady-ass ship, and his shady-ass crew. If you want to turn to the rogue, you get to roll your D6.
Yeah, so I roll a single D6 for what now?
Your skills and training, you're going to roll for 1 line.
All right, so single D6, no modifier.
No modifier.
We've got a 3.
So you +1 to your endurance, athletic, and you rank up your athletics and medic.
Give me a second, +1 to my endurance.
So that can only be interpreted as that you were basically helping the men went on their raids, being able to bandage them up, carry them to basically one of the holds to patch them up.
All right, it sounds good.
Okay, you're gonna roll another D6, and since you are now a pirate.
Now I'm just supposed to be trained in athletic and medic, right? I'm not actually getting points in these.
Not yet. Not until you rank up again.
That's fine. I assume medic's intellectual skill, athletic is endurance.
Yes.
Cool, and now you need another D6?
Yep.
It's a 2.
So you can rank up your astrogation.
Define. What is astrogation?
That's like reading the stars. It's navigation, but for the stars.
This skill is for plotting the course of starships and calculating accurate jumps.
Sweet. So I can't rank it up. I can train it because I didn't have it, right? So it's no longer untrained, and I've taken from intellect, I assume?
Yes, and you're doing what you've always wanted to do.
That's the goal. Means to an end.
Mm-hmm.
But now you have to survive this 4 years with a bunch of pirates who are basically on the outer rim of the Monostellar System, raiding heavily.
Which you don't.
Easy job for a rich glider. Real off.
So to survive, you must do a Dex 6+.
Dex 6+ on 2d6 with my Dex mod 1 coming up. Hey, this is bad. I'm at a 5.
Hey.
Can you roll a D6 for me?
Is this his friend?
I can try.
This is his mishap.
No
the one
modifier.
that almost killed you.
Yeah. Alright, see you, Red.
Looking at a 3.
Oh my god.
Can you name somebody who you befriended on the ship this last 4 years?
I could never forget Victor.
Victor betrays you to your ally, Polly.
I will never forget Victor.
Ending your career as a pirate. your ally Polly becomes your enemy.
You didn't know I had an ally.
He was your ally for a little bit.
Yeah.
And now roll a d2, 2d6.
All right, 1 second. 2d6. Any modifier on this?
It's the table.
Nope.
Looks like a 3.
So, Polly got into a little bit of a shit. Can you describe what happened, what went wrong this last raid?
Normal pick up and drop off for me, because I'm just a pilot. Sorry, I was betrayed by Victor, correct?
Betrayed by Victor.
So I dropped Polly off and the rest of the crew. Victor stayed on the ship with me. I didn't realize that Victor and Polly had been having their issues. So as they were coming back from the raid with the goods, Victor told me to begin takeoff. People started loading on the ship, and we were doing a moving takeoff. And obviously, spaceships, these can be dangerous. They're dangerous enough in cars. Victor told me to start closing the door, and I did. I didn't know Polly wasn't in the ship yet. Polly didn't know, but I didn't know that. He must have thought, which is why he hates me now, that I was trying to ditch him. Polly tried to jump in the ship at the last moment, and he got in, but goodbye foot, door just closed, and those things don't have safety sensors or whatever. When they need to shut, they shut. We removed all those for pirates, so we don't have airbags anymore.
For this exact reason, so you could jump in and get out.
Exactly. So Polly might.
A resplendent
Normally,
offering.
humans can start with an extra feet. He definitely just has 1 foot now.
It's
In losing his 1
and I
foot,
keep
it
my
delays
word.
your departure. The authorities jump on you, and he gets the crew to kick you off the ship onto port, and you nearly get arrested, but with your 3, you escape imprisonment, and now, my friend,
I have to stop you right there. Thank you so much, Tin Dallin, for your love and support. Tin Dallin sends $100. Thank you so much, Tin Dallin. Thank you, my friend. You can go ahead if you'd like and, I guess, give all of us inspiration. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. He says it's time. Thanks, Tin Dallin.
Oh wait,
So I get
can
to
we
become
get
a Jedi, right?
Yeah. Boom
can
becomes
we
a
get
Jedi.
him to maybe he can choose how Rich escapes?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I want to hear how he has to spend this. We don't get to
Escape.
choose what it goes. He does.
Yeah. So, to Dallin, what do you want to happen? Right now, Rich is, he just cut someone in half, but it wasn't his fault. He was betrayed by a friend. The airlock closed, right? Is that what just happened? And a dude was cut in half?
The airlock closed. They delayed their departure because Rich is the pilot, and upon delaying it so much, the authorities came quick enough. I mean, the Imperium answers to the call of the citizen, and pirates were running amok. So they arrived just in time, but Rich is betrayed as Polly gets the entire crew to kick him off board. He's at port about to be arrested, but he narrowly escapes. And what happens to Davey, to Rich next is up to him.
Awesome.
It's up to our donator.
Awesome. So Tin Dallin, it's up to you. Richard Glider, our pirate, is just about to escape the law. If you are here, type in chat. Otherwise, we can move on. But thank you so much for your kind generosity. Thank you, my friend. Keeping one of the official turns out to be a distant cousin. All right. Awesome. Thank you so much for your support, my friend. Thank you for helping out. Thanks for playing with us.
Oh, so is that the condition?
Yeah, so it says one of the official turns out to be a distant cousin.
Jimmy Ryan on my dad's sister's brother's side.
So he escapes imprisonment. The official is a distant cousin.
brother.
He looks at you and he goes, Rich Ryder Frankowitz?
I don't go by my proper last name anymore. It's a business decision, you know.
What are you doing?
Really frowned upon in the Imperium.
What are you doing out here?
Trying to fly whoever will put me behind the wheel of anything.
Good God, man. Let me talk to some guys. Good God, and he starts to fiddle with his computer, erasing that small patch of data that you were involved in. Any recordings, any vid recordings are now deleted, and he will find a career for you. You are going to be forced into career instead of drifting. So, for 4 years, you are a lucky man.
All right.
Awesome.
So, we are going to go back to Alex. Alex, God, it's goddamn nice in here.
It is. It's very nice. Clean.
For you, you are going to roll for your skills and training once again, and for your skills and for your training, and then let me know when you are ready.
All right, I'm gonna roll for my skills. Four. That's Dex, awareness, and medic. So
What's happening?
Skills and training. So he's going to roll another d6 for his training as an adept.
right.
Awesome.
And
I'm trying to get all these down. Sorry.
That's cool.
that's cool.
Thank you so much to Dalen. If you guys are wondering what the hell's happening and why the party is split, it's because we haven't met each other yet. We are still doing... All right, have a good one, Eraser. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for clicking that follow button. Thanks for hanging out. We haven't met each other yet. We're still doing that session 0. We are starting to... we're finding the reasons... We're trying to build our characters together, but also...
So
find the
does
reasons
my
how
awareness
we
go
meet.
up to rank 1?
Yes.
Because I got it. I got it trained. Now it goes up to 1.
Yep.
Okay.
And then you're gonna roll again for the adept.
So my
training.
telekinesis doesn't go up to 1. I just get trained in telekinesis. Right?
Yes.
I just want to make sure I'm doing everything right.
You're doing everything perfectly.
All right, and rolling for specialist adept. Yeah.
Nice. With a 6.
Science.
Any social science. So nice.
So yeah, you are growing to be quite the scholar. You are far exceeding your teachers, people who are, training you. You're showing a lot of skill in it, and perception.
So what do I need to note for social science under the skill?
You get to pick this kind of science you want.
So social science. Well, what are the choices for social science?
You can pick psychonicology, or you,
I already
it's
have
just
psychonicology though.
Oh, you can rank it further.
All right, I will rank psychonicology.
Some people fear you. Some people are in awe of you. They do not understand how you are excelling so quickly.
No.
So now you're gonna roll to survive. It's been a rough 4 years, but you've made it. You've
Survive or pass?
Oh, you're gonna start to survive.
Oh, that's right, survive. Okay.
Again, it's been very rough, but you've made it. You've managed to impress the man in the white suit. He watches you closely.
And that's I need a 4, right?
This is a cakewalk for you. Can you explain what the 4 years like? I don't think I can do it as best as you can. So Alex, take it away. What were your 4 years like?
I mean, a lot of studying and harnessing the powers, tapping in to the psionic fields of the world. The warp. Tap into the warp.
What specialist are you in Scion? Do you know yet?
I mean, I have telekinesis and awareness.
Oh, sweet.
So far, I imagine I can't do things I don't have the skills for, right? So
Yeah. So you're.
if so, I'm gonna start learning how to teleport. Just teleport. I mean,
That's sweet.
In your dreams, you can hear a faint voice, a man's voice that you do not recognize.
okay. I mean, how does it work for psionics? I mean, as a scion, I have as scion, I have everything, and I just get better at doing certain things, or how does that work?
Yeah, you should be like trained in all of them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like you should be trained in all of them, and you just start ranking up. Like you know
Okay.
bits and pieces here and there.
So
But you're
my question
more.
is, though, is everything untrained, or do I have to wait to get a roll to get something to rank 0?
No, you should have all the skills and training at trained when you
Okay,
start.
and so the times that I've rolled these, they should be up at like rank 1 now?
Yes.
Okay, so I have all of them. So I have teleportation, telepathy, clairvoyance, telekinesis, awareness. Okay, okay, cool. Yeah, so I just become a Jedi. Tap into the warp. Praise be the God Emperor.
Right? That's
Yeah.
Aware.
That's all the sci-fi lore wrapped up into one.
Oh, praise be the Emperor.
I'm a
be-
Jedi. Praise be the Emperor. Tap into the warp.
So you're gonna roll to survive, but before you do that, in these 4 years you've been hearing in your dreams a strange man and the screams of a strange man.
Okay.
You see it's very hazy, almost like watching through a black fog, but you see a man, at least his arms reaching out from under a car.
And what feeling do I get about this man?
You just see it for now.
So I'm having nightmares. Okay, cool beats.
But these seem more real than nightmares. They
Psionic
don't seem
nightmares.
scared. They're kind of psionic nightmares, but it seems like you're looking through a window almost, through a storm. You don't have
The
any
window you
real
broke?
feelings about it.
The mess you left when you ran away. Anyway.
The window's dilated, thank you.
Yeah.
How you interpret this is up to you, but now you're going to roll to survive these how you survive these 4 years.
Oh, how I survived? I mean, just
Oh no, you're gonna roll. Oh yeah, no.
I
You
didn't roll
roll
my
a 7.
survival.
Oh yeah, you were telling me
Yeah.
how like you
Yeah.
did, like it was great. You're becoming a Jedi basically. You're going to
Jedi
rank
psychic
now.
Powers. All right. So now what do I roll?
You're going to roll. Roll for an event because nothing bad happened to you.
Okay. So a D6 or 2D6?
2d6.
2D6. Eh,
What did you get?
About time those dice let him down.
No, I mean 5's not bad. I mean,
You you walk into late at night. You hear screams. They're loud, not loud in volume, but they're loud in your head. Someone's reaching out to you somewhere in the facility. You follow the voice because you're compelled to follow the voice. You feel your legs moving, and you feel this sick, very sick feeling. And then there, you see the man in white and a child in a chair, The child is just has his mouth open and he screams and only you can hear it. He looks at you. He's been reaching out to you. You've made yourself very popular in the institute. And then your teacher, the man in white, looks at you and he smiles. You're awake.
I heard screaming.
Oh, did you now?
Yes.
I heard you've been really, really, how should I say, honing your telekinesis. How about you display it for me? And he points at the child.
The screaming child?
Yes.
How old is the child?
6.
What's in the room with the child?
He's just sitting on a chair. The man in white is literally just standing there, and he says, "Go on. Let's see what your power can do. Pay no mind to this boy. You must know, as a psionic, we are all equal. Do not mind his age. Do not. He's more powerful than you. He called you here, didn't he?"
Hmm. All right, I'm gonna reach out through the void and enter his mind to calm him.
You try to calm him, but the screams are. He just keeps on screaming, and he just screams, "Help! Help!" If you complete the man in white's task, you will certainly gain his favor.
Are we asking for a psionic bitch slap? Is that what you're asking for?
I'm asking you to kill him, my dear Alex.
Oh.
Again, his power has grown too much. He's a danger to himself and to the entire facility. What you do is for the better good of the Institute and for psionics everywhere. And once the Duke hears about this, who knows what'll be in this for you.
And so when I grow too strong, you're gonna send someone to kill me?
He says, "What do you mean?"
You said he grows too strong.
Yes,
If I grow
he's
too strong,
untamable.
you'll come and send someone to kill me next?
My dear Alex, this is just a simple exercise of your power. He is of no consequence. His death means nothing. We will move on with our lives, and you must learn to not have such emotion.
Okay, kill him.
You have to
He's
roll
an evil
high of 8
psychopath.
plus.
Rise, Lord Vader.
Rise, Lord, better take your place by my side.
By my side.
What's the 7 modifier? Is it 0?
So, you're gonna use it's a side check of 8 plus, so you just have to roll 2d6 plus all your modifiers, your side modifier, and whatever rank your telekinesis is at. Yeah.
Okay.
Bikini. Kill.
You just do it. You feel the power
Flow through you.
flowing through you, and you could feel the matter around you pulsing. You feel like you can do this. You look into these boys' eyes, and for only a moment, you see your brother, like a flash. But you brush away the emotion. You slam him back against the white walls, and his blood splatters and drips down a bright red. The man in white. The man in white looks at you. He smiles and walks away. You get +1 to your social attribute, and
Okay.
an ally in the man in white.
The white whale.
And you now get to try to rank.
That's sweet.
And if you make this, I will bump you up 2 because of your ally.
Okay, so what do I need to roll? Advancement?
Yes. If you get it, you'll get 2 jumps to acolyte because of your ally.
Oh, 5.
I want to use my benefit roll.
All right, so you get so you already jumped to acolyte. You want to further your rank,
Mm-hmm.
so you get you can roll.
All right, so I roll my things again.
Yeah, so you're just gonna roll 2d6 plus whatever you have for education, and you get to move on from 3 to 4.
Oh, okay. So roll again.
Yes.
Nice.
There you go, 9. Jedi achieved.
You are now at rank 4. You are feared and worshipped within the Institute, and they think about transferring you over to Terra.
Nice.
So you are now from 18. You are now, what is it? 4 years
20,
after you're
26?
22, 28.
24. 18.
18, 22, 26, 30.
Wait, how many?
It's 4 years.
Oh, so now you are 26. Wait, so how many terms
Yeah,
did
now
you
it'd
do?
be 26, right? I mean,
Yeah, you're 26 at the end of this term.
Yeah.
Would you like to continue on? Or, yeah, would you like to continue on as a scion, or would you like to muster out?
I mean, I can't rank up any farther, can I? And
Oh, you become a master.
yes, please.
He fails that roll and dies.
Dies.
Also,
Because
you
someone
take
else-
a talent. Any one of your talents ranks up for being an acolyte.
Nice.
Any of all my talents rank up 1?
Oh, any one.
Any one
You
of
just
Oh,
pick
any
one.
1.
Is
Okay.
it possible that at this point can one get this far and then just roll bad and die? Like I'm actually curious about this system.
Sure.
Yes, no, it could definitely happen. He could definitely have a mishap and just totally die.
Which would be an acolyte. Probably his brother was told to kill the screaming dude down the hall.
Okay, I'll take awareness. Or do I already have awareness? What do I have? I already have. I'll take clairvoyance. So I'll have a rank of telekinesis, awareness, and clairvoyance.
With clairvoyance, your dreams are getting more clearer. Like you're moving out of the storm. You see this man. And you see his him screaming as his legs are like just chopped off, and they're trying to sedate him.
Okay.
You do not know why you're getting the psionic dreams about this man, but it's very obvious that you're connected to him in some way, or you're connecting to him, or he has this frequency that you can't avoid, just like the boy downstairs.
Okay.
You go into your white room, lay on your white sheets, in your white slacks and white shirt, and you what do you contemplate as you get up, surviving this nightmare?
I think that it's too real to be a dream, and I need to find that person.
And how do you proceed?
I'll talk to the man in white.
The man in white is at your door, ready to talk to you as you get up.
Oh, hello.
It's like someone you knew.
Why don't you smile more? He says.
Third way
Yeah.
feminine to miss this guy.
So, I can hear you. Or I can hear someone in your dreams.
Yeah, I don't know who he is.
Let us further your training. To block out these silly things. You might just be catching a frequency. Almost like putting blinders on. Or, let's not say blinders. Let's say just a focus. We'll make these dreams go away.
I don't want these dreams to go away. I think they're important in some way.
What are you talking about? They are frivolous.
I've been having this dream for years.
For years, you say?
Yeah.
Interesting. You catch his thoughts. He drops his guard for a moment and he says, I must call Polly. And then he walks away from you without any proper exit.
Alright.
All right. It is 3 minutes before 11. I think it's probably a good time to call it for now. Do we want to continue with character building next session as well, and then probably break into, or do we want to start doing a finish up the characters, and then? I mean, I guess it's up. We could talk off stream, but anyway, this is probably a good time to wrap it. Thank you guys for hanging out. I hope you enjoyed the session 0 of Perseus Void. Let's go around and I guess put any plugs where they need to be. If anybody has anything to plug, MrBoomBati, anything at all? Who are you?
I'm MrBoomBati. I stream on Twitch TV/MrBoomBati. Check me out sometime there. And I will plug Myth, the man over there, at Twitch TV/ right here where you're at.
Yeah, there you go. Thanks. Davey, Arlen, anything?
If I'm correct, we get the VHS tapes from this, and we can just give these to our friends, right?
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
happens. Yeah.
Betamax.
Yeah.
I'm clearly. I was hoping for laser discs. I'm on the new stuff, but that's fine. I'm not technologically sound enough to have any streams of my own right now. You can throw it over the link.
Awesome.
I'm just gonna plug Myth. Yeah, no, it's
All right, sweet.
Plug Myth. Plug
Yeah,
Myth.
somebody
You
plugs.
fucking sellout piece of shit.
Yeah, that's me. But
you are all around 26 years old. Things are not looking well. We can only hope that.
Well, no, I lost my legs.
We can only hope that next session it will be good, and hopefully we will get into the actual adventure and you guys will be together. You guys don't know it yet, but you're very close to each other.
So close.
Just need to find each other.
Yeah. Super exciting. It's a really cool system.
Good night, everybody.
Yeah. Have a good one, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out. I'll see you all on Monday when we start up the role plays again. Have a good night. Bye.
Good night.
All right, so we off now.
All right, guys. have a good evening. Thank you so much for hanging out. It's been a lot of fun, as always. I love the Traveller